Squid Game became an instant hit the second it was released in 2021, with a fascinating storyline that served as a commentary on capitalism, morally gray characters, and a whole lot of death. None of us could look away. Now, while we wait for Season 2 of the Korean series, director Hwang Dong-hyuk has shared a brand new detail about his upcoming movie. Keep on watching as we discuss his next film and more. So let's dive into Hwang Dong-hyuk's new film. What will the film be called? Dong-hyuk recently spoke at the MIP-TV television market event in Cannes and revealed that his next project, which he's currently working on, is a film with the working title Killing Old People Club, or KO Club, according to Korean media outlets and Variety. While the director didn't give away any more details about the plot of Squid Game Season 2, he did say that his next film is expected to be yet another piece of work that's going to be controversial. So here's everything we know so far about the Squid Game director's highly anticipated film Killing Old People Club. Will it be more violent than Squid Game? South Korean newspaper jung-jae reported that Dong-hyuk's upcoming movie will be much more violent than Squid Game. That's really saying something, considering the nail-biting Netflix K-drama was about an extreme survival competition that features some horrifying bloodbaths, all done while playing children's games. Next, the start of an intergenerational war. The creator revealed that the main plot of the movie follows an intergenerational war, which sounds interesting to say the least. He also joked that people may find that they'll feel the need to avoid and hide themselves from the elderly after watching this film, and it takes inspiration from the work of Umberto Eco. Dong-hyuk revealed that KO Club is actually inspired by the work of the late Italian philosopher and writer Umberto Eco. While he didn't really specify which one of Eco's works have inspired his upcoming film, based on the movie's working title, as well as the extreme level of violence the director has hinted at, he may have taken inspiration from Eco's final essay called How to Pretend to Understand a Crazy World. According to Dong-ga newspaper, the collection includes a short essay titled How Old People Survive, written by Eco in 2011. It includes a text that says that whichever public institution or private company you look at, the top is occupied by the elderly, who have not yet died. It also says that young people are struggling due to the lack of jobs, which is caused by the elderly. In the essay, notions like this raise the idea of getting rid of the elderly by coming up with a removal list, with old people having to hide away to avoid being hunted down by the youth. It seems very possible that this is what inspired Dong-hyuk's new movie. The extreme conflict between the young and the old in this essay could also be the premise of Killing Old People Club as well, with a chilling hunt for the elderly taking place in a future society. Now, the story for Killing Old People Club. At the MIP-TV event, Dong-hyuk admitted that though he hasn't gotten started with the script for Squid Game, he has already written a 25-page treatment for the KO Club, according to Variety. Regarding his Netflix series, the director said that all he could reveal was that they were preparing to create an even better story for the next season, and that he's still collecting ideas at the moment. He continued on to say that he'll be writing the script when he returns to South Korea, and is hoping for the next season to be released on Netflix sometime around 2024. Next, Dong-hyuk and Squid Game. Dong-hyuk used to be relatively unknown outside of the Korean media industry, but he is now a household name after Squid Game, which became the most watched series in Netflix's history, surpassing period drama Bridgerton to take the crown. It reached #1 in 94 countries and went on to total over 1.65 billion hours viewed just within the first 28 days. It's estimated that the show has generated nearly $1 billion in value against a production budget of just $21 million. While the show did go on to have an undeniable success, it actually had very humble beginnings. Dong-hyuk came up with the show's idea after he struggled financially early in his life and wrote the initial draft way back in 2008. Squid Game was originally conceptualized as a feature film and eventually got commissioned by Netflix in 2016 when the streaming service launched in South Korea. Dong-hyuk has been honest about how Netflix was the only production company that would have taken the project on, since the extreme violence in the show would have worried investors. Now, Dong-hyuk is bringing the success from Squid Game to his new project. Next, Umberto Eco themes and KO Club's possible success. Umberto Eco, who first saw fame in 1983 with the publication of The Name of the Rose, is a very interesting character for Dong-hyuk to draw inspiration from. The writer's work does contain a level of social critique that is quite similar to the ones explored in Squid Game. Despite theories about him taking inspiration from How Old People Survive, we still can't be sure what exactly has inspired the director from Eco's work. But no matter what, it will no doubt start passionate debates similar to the ones that started after Squid Game came out. A lot of this will definitely stem from the amount of violence that the director is worried will isolate the elderly. Whether or not Killing Old People Club will see the same level of success as Squid Game still remains to be seen, as hit foreign language Netflix productions often turn out to be a 9-day wonder, but the hype that surrounded Squid Game became so uncontrollably big that it may have surpassed the level of recognition achieved by its peers. This could translate to there being a wider audience for Dong-hyuk's work in general, and his new film might even go on to get a widespread international release. Now, let's talk about Squid Game 2, the struggle with Season 2. Squid Game Season 2 is still quite a long way off, but series creator Dong-hyuk has shed some light on the biggest challenge for the production. As we know currently, there isn't much information about the upcoming season besides theories, and Dong-hyuk is in the process of collecting ideas for where the show could go next. As one of the biggest shows on Netflix, there's no doubt that Season 2 has big shoes to fill considering the explosive success of the first one. Squid Game centers on a world where hundreds of impoverished people go on to compete in deadly versions of children's games for a hefty grand prize. It is often viewed as a metaphor for the damage caused by capitalism, and Squid Game very cleverly uses the death game genre to comment on the failings of our modern society. But it's the show's wide range of challenges and games that give it that special edge, making it the perfect combination of entertainment and social commentary. According to Dong-hyuk, it's in creating new versions of these strange, deadly games that lies the biggest challenge for him in developing Squid Game's second season. Next, the magic of the first season. In Season 1, the games were for sure the show's main selling point, drawing viewers in with the sudden and violent twists. Since the first season featured a major twist, naturally the show will have to match that same energy going forward and provide new surprises for the viewers. For example, Squid Game initially gained popularity due to the title game that was introduced in Episode 1, called Red Light, Green Light. It's a familiar game to most people, in which the players have to race to the finish line without being caught in motion by a robotic schoolyard girl. However, the game turns violent very quickly, and it's one of the most memorable scenes in the show. As Dong-hyuk is now looking into how he can replicate the success of the first season, it's very likely that Season 2 will feel the need to recreate this sequence in a way that will make the stakes even higher than the original competition and prize scenarios. A lot of the excitement for the first season also came from the show's twists and turns, as well as the shocking reveal of the death game nature of the show's competition. But now, audiences will return to the series well aware of the show's basic conflict, so the creator will have to find new ways to surprise the viewers, especially with the in-world games. High hopes. Second seasons are always quite tricky, and Squid Game is no exception. Following up the success of one of the world's most binged shows, which ended with a cliffhanger too, is no small feat, though it seems like Dong-hyuk does have the right approach when it comes to processing his material. If he succeeds in making the challenges and games just as compelling as the first season, then there's no doubt that Squid Game is far from seeing the last of its success. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on Dong-hyuk's upcoming film? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.